Good evening. It's part 2 of the swing trading video with actual setups. This is my little son. Say hi.
Hi.
Everybody. Want to say hi? Quickly. Come on.
Hello.
This is Allie. Alright guys. Out. Love you. Sorry about that. You know how kids are. They're my little ones. My teenagers upstairs doing Lord knows what. But I just have 5 simple setups I'm going to go through with you on the weekly time frame. And I am likely going to go out a little bit further because I did some checking here. For Berkshire B, the calls that expired this week are $1.30 by $1.40, plenty of open interest and volume, but I can get the same strike out till July 21st, and they're $2.87 by $3.50, so twice as much, but still very low cost. I'm going to buy more time on this one. Could it get there in 1 week? Absolutely. But I've just learned that buying more time can often help. Another thing you could do is buy one that expires this week and one that expires that week, or however many contracts you trade. I don't know, the size of your account. 5 that expire this week, 5 that expire the next week. You get the point. But very simple setup in Strat language. This would be a 2-1-2 reversal, assuming that in fact we do head back up next week. So that's setup number 1. Oops, the wrong thing. Okay, and then we've got Disney. And Disney, let's find my options here. I pulled up a couple different options. The July week 1 are 121 by 127. If I go 10 points out of the money and give myself more time, they're 64 cents. So some of it's personal preference. For me, I'll probably buy some of both. But again, what we're looking at here is basically a 2-2 reversal. I guess it's technically about there on the weekly. I put my stop here off the daily chart. I don't want to place it all the way back down. If this thing fails, I'd rather stop out and keep that loss, to about $1. You've got to give more room, but this to me should go. We've got kind of that W type pattern. If it doesn't, I don't want to be in the trade. So there's my entry. I didn't sync the target here. There's my target. Keep in mind we've got this monthly flip and the quarterly flip coming. So there's a likelihood it could, if markets are strong, run all the way back up to 202. And it's just nice to have more time. So I'd probably err on that side. I'm trying to remember, did I look at the 180s for regular way? And the reason I'm choosing the Julys, Disney reports August 3rd, and I think, let me double check here. See what I mean though? If you go to those that aren't 3rd week expired, the open interest and so forth is just a lot less. Let's see what that looks like all the way out to August. Oh, there's quite a bit of open interest actually. So that's another possibility as well. It all depends on your account size, what you're comfortable risking. I tend to typically not want to go too far out of the money. But this actually looks pretty decent. The 190s out to August. I'd be shocked if it didn't get to 190. between now and then. But you got a price range on these Disney options from 64 cents all the way up to $2.66. These trades, for the most part, regardless of your account size, you should be able to play. If you can't play these, you probably shouldn't be trading. Oh, my hair, what I was doing. Anyway, then we've got Root. Some goofy little stock, I've never heard of it, but came up on my scanner, and the options actually didn't look too bad. So this thing's gotten murdered, and with the quarterly flip, this is one I might want to hold a bit longer. So this week, the only options they have for this are regular way expiring. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video that I'll put a link to that goes over what I look for in a swing, what regular way expiry is, all that good stuff. So July 1250s, that's my magnitude. I've got plenty of time to get there. They're 50 cents by 55 cents. So I chose those because if you look at our option chain, we've got a lot of open interest there and a lot of volume, but I didn't want to go to 15s, which are so far out of the money. I tend to like to play closer to the money, but again, it depends what open interest is and so forth. And then here are the 1250s, again, over 1,000 of open interest and 1,000 of volume. They're a whopping $1. So that's a trade you should be able to play either July or August options. Let's see here. What is it? Oh, I'm in that. Okay, Smile Direct Club, another one. I told you in my other video I like to play extremes, things that have been beaten up. That, and those that know me, Amazon's my favorite trader. So this would be a Rev Strat. A Rev Strat always involves a 1 candle. So what I'm looking for is a 1, 2, 2 reversal back up. And Smile Direct Club. You could play this week's expiry. They're literally 18 by 20 cents. And 1.2K in volume. Let me just pull them up here. And then I'm just thinking, but then if we go out just a bit further to $10 the third week, to me that looks better at 28 by 30 cents. And again, you could play it either way. My ultimate target here would be that $11. Smile Direct, they report in August, but I had looked at August options. There really wasn't much open interest, so that's, to me, I think the best one would be this $10 July 21st. So that's what I would go with. Then the last one here, we've got coin. Obviously, I haven't looked at Bitcoin much today, but it looked like it was finally starting to make its way back up. Definitely trading that. Right now I took an early starter. I'm waiting for the monthly flip and a ride back up. But coin, we've got an entry here on the weekly above the wick of this candle at roughly 230. And then we're looking for it to go back up here, roughly to 240, so a 10-point move. I don't want to take a boatload of risk on this trade, so in all honesty, I'm going to take my stop off the daily. And it's probably going to go right on the body of that candle, because I'm just envisioning a candle that doesn't exist yet, obviously, so I'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But let's say it gaps up a little bit and pulls back, and I'd probably move it down just a hair. This is one of those trades in my eyes that I want it to go, and either goes or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then I'm out. So right below the wick of that inside candle is where I'm placing my stop. It's about a 4-point stop, but I've got a 10-point gain that I'm looking for. So well within the parameters of a decent trade. As far as the options go, we've got, looks like I pulled up several different ones. I've got, this is one where I personally would not go out of the money if I'm trading same week expiry. I think with theta decay and the way how volatile this thing is, you're just asking for trouble. So not my style. If I'm buying this week, I'd be buying a 225 July week 1. Some people were buying the 240s here. There's 1.1 in open interest, 982 in volume. You can easily get there, and they're very inexpensive at 75 by 85 cents. So if I were to take it out of the money here, I would be basically placing that on as probably an all or nothing, and just let it do its deal and hit its target, and then I'm out. I do like this for a longer play though. If we draw that broadening formation, I mean, you can really see it. You don't really have a top side, right? Because it IPO'd and started falling. But I would probably draw it like this. Something like that, if I were to draw it. And I'd be looking for it. You know, you can see here on the monthly that when that flip comes, assuming that we're still going up, there is plenty of magnitude back to the top side, right? So this is one that if you gotta buy when others are greedy and sell. No, God, I got it backwards. Sorry. You gotta buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. Blonde moment. So this is an example, and that's why I like trading reversals, because I like buying when others are fearful. Option pricing is mismatched at that point in time. You can pick up things for dirt cheap. You got plenty of magnitude. Do they always work? No, but for me, that's just my style. So I do like these August 280s for, they're out of the money, but I've got plenty of time, and when this thing gets going, it can move. So I would again be looking at either this week's expiry, the 225s, or the 240s, and then I like the August 280s. Looks like I also loaded up July 230s. Sometimes buying several different strikes, not a big deal either. It's similar to buying one strike and taking most of it off, and then maybe leaving one or two to ride. So in this case, you could leave some of the longer term expirations to ride. So hopefully that helps. Sorry if I keep tilting my head. My camera is like crooked somehow, and I can't get it to lay straight. It's really annoying. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. That's always helpful. And I will post the link to the other video, so if you have no clue what I'm talking about, you can get the basics of what I'm looking for. Have a good rest of your night, and happy trading. Be safe.